One beautiful day, Zaaroor, a brave boy who loved animals, was sitting in front of his small house, thinking about how to spend his day. Suddenly, he felt movement in the garden. He looked to discover that the dwarf horse he had bought recently had escaped from its tie. Zaaroor ran towards the dwarf horse, which seemed tired from its escape attempts, then smiled and said, "Don't worry, my friend. I will take care of you." He carefully grabbed its bridle and returned it to its place. The next morning, Zaaroor decided to take the dwarf horse to the forest for grazing. He prepared the saddle and got the horse ready with care. On the way to the forest, the dwarf horse started to feel excited and ran fast. While Zaaroor tried to catch up with it, laughing, Zaaroor and the horse arrived at the forest, where there was plenty of green grass and wild flowers. The dwarf horse started eating joyfully while Zaaroor sat in the shade, enjoying the peace. While Zaaroor was watching the horse, he started hearing strange sounds. He looked around and discovered a group of small rabbits hopping near him. Suddenly, a large and scary animal appeared from between the trees. It was a hungry wolf coming towards them. Zaaroor felt scared, but the dwarf horse moved towards the wolf and tried to scare it off. Thanks to the dwarf horse's courage, the wolf ran away. But Zaaroor felt that this place might not be completely safe, so he decided to move. On dawn, as they continued their walk in the forest, they came across a large river blocking their way. The water was flowing quickly, and crossing it easily seemed impossible. Zaaroor decided to follow the river's course, looking for a place to cross. But the dwarf horse seemed excited and wanted to jump across the river. Zaaroor tried to stop him, saying, "No, my friend, it will be dangerous." But the dwarf horse didn't listen and raced toward the river. The dwarf horse jumped toward the river and plunged into the water. But the current was so strong that it started pulling him away. Zaaroor panicked and ran quickly toward him. Zaaroor grabbed the dwarf horse's bridle tightly and pulled with all his strength until he managed to pull him out of the river. But they were both exhausted. Zaaroor sat beside the dwarf horse on the muddy river bank and said as he patted its back, "You're quite the adventurer, but we need to be more careful after resting for a while." Zaaroor decided to find a safe place for the dwarf horse to stay. Away from any more dangers, he found a quiet spot near a large tree. While the dwarf horse grazed peacefully, a group of colorful birds flew by them. Zaaroor smiled and said, "Nature here is wonderful." Suddenly, a group of small animals appeared, looking for food. There were rabbits, squirrels, and wild chickens. They all started gathering around the horse. While the dwarf horse shared its grass with the other animals, Zaaroor noticed something strange. There was a trail on the ground leading to a dark place in the forest. Zaaroor decided to follow the trail, leading the dwarf horse with him. After a short distance, they discovered that the trail led to a deep burrow, and the area seemed full of danger. Zaaroor and the dwarf horse returned to their safe spot. Feeling relieved after their exciting adventure, Zaaroor said, "Today was full of surprises, but the most important thing is that we are together. And I promise I will always protect you."